welcome back. Last time we ended off with Winda getting banned, and since the recording of the last one, me and my friend have finally finished our Season 1, as I've called it, for Chaos Draft. It ended up being 26 rounds long, essentially, and instead of ending it like how we expected to originally, of just like, okay, we're done with this one, let's move on, I was like, oh, let's do like a cool finale where we bring like 3 different decks and do 3 different matches. So it's like ending the series with 3 more bans. Because of that, our ban list has been finalized. We got up to Winda last time. I think in this one I will do the match 17, match 18, match 19, match 20, and maybe match 21. I don't know yet. Then in the next video, I'd like to do 22, 23, 24, 25. And then finally, I'd like us to end on the finale. And even though this was finale match 1, finale match 2, finale match 3, finale match 3 kind of sucked because the deck I brought was just too weak. I should have brought one of the other ones. I just wanted to play something different. So I'm actually going to show that one first and then just go backwards. Because I think these were some of the best Chaos Draft games we had, especially this one. But enough yapping. I know last time I said I'd go over some decks, and I showed a bunch of them. I deleted those things for space because it was just so cluttered. But the long and short of those decks were, it was decks I had been working on that you will see throughout this. The Gladiator Beast list that you saw at the time is this one right here. I made a flip deck, but it didn't really ever get played again. I could have, because I got a lot of stuff for it. Like I got like pretty much every Tyndale card I can want, but I decided not to play it because I played it so much. By the end of the series, my like Lunalight Fusion deck was literally insane, but I just didn't play it anymore because I played it a bunch already. And then I had been building towards like a Cyber Slop deck, specifically Agnister, but all the Agnisters are so high rarity in the main sets, and since we were only really pulling from main sets, didn't really get a chance to do that. That's now been rectified in the new season, which should go up once we start recording those matches. We're opening side sets, and as a sneak peek for that, it's majority side sets and then a lot of the more recent main sets, since those ones actually have good cards in them and like archetypes. So we've cut out a lot of the packs that just give you DM staples, like Raigeki, Darkhold, Pot of Greed, stuff like that. And now, when we're getting packs, instead of it being like, oh, these packs have literally nothing in it, it's like, I can say that there's at least one good card to take in all these packs. And I mean, like, this is going to be the one I bring to the first match I have of Season 2, and like, you can already see in the extra deck, the extra deck's got some great payoffs already. It's Boral Sword and Boral Shroud immediately. And the main deck has some cool guys, like Eldritch, or Chaos Dragon, Levineer, or Gizmek Orochi. And then the spell and trap lineup, there's not a single bad spell trap in here. But that'll be for another day. Today, we start with Chaos Draft 17. So this is the ban list right after Winda, and I was still going to try and do the list I had for Lunalight and Predaplant, because I believe it's during this one I finally managed to get Kaleido Chick. We opened a side set, and the side set I opened gave me double Kaleido Chick and the Yellow Martin, and it was seriously just so nice to get those. I think it might have given me Perfume Dancer too, I can't remember anymore. But it was a really good open. We're playing the Tearlaments in here, and we're playing double Predaplant Dragostapelia now, since I do have the ability to make it pretty easily. And I like to, any deck with the Tearlaments, do one Dragostapelia, one Chimera Rafflesia, because I can make Dragostapelia, and if Dragostapelia gets outed and I have a Tearlament go to grave, I can use the Tearlament effect to shuffle back Dragostapelia to make Chimera Rafflesia, and then when Chimera Rafflesia goes away, I can do it again to get Dragostapelia. So it's like an infinite loop kind of thing. This deck is honestly not that good. Playing double Poly and triple Bufalicula was definitely a choice. I think I would have rather had 3 of this. I was playing Predaprime Fusion, but I still don't have any monster I can summon with Predator Prime Fusion that could use my opponent's thing. So it would have just been better as if this was a third copy of Poly. I was just afraid to play too much Poly because this guy searches Poly. And it's like, oh, why do I need to play Poly if this guy searches it? I should have been playing it. And you're going to see right now. Go in. Chaos 17. So my hand is, as you can tell, we opened Triantis, and no way to use it really, so never really like to see that. We opened Crimson Fox, Yellow Marten, Havnus, and Purple Butterfly. Just such... I'm playing this one because it's a Luna Light monster, and that's it. At least the other two do something, but not by much. It's really unfortunate. I also learned pretty quickly into playing this. I thought that Yellow Marten was not a once per turn, because I feel like I've seen her be used 6 times in one turn, but I guess I'm mistaken. I don't really know how, but it is what it is. So it's my friend's turn. He goes Mathematician. I'm like, okay, we'll just do the Havnus now, see if we hit anything, maybe make a fusion. And of course we hit Predaplant Lizard, which would have done nothing. Heavy Storm and Crackdown. It's like, ah, great. So there's the Dandelion. It's crazy that I never banned this. Funnily enough, I was actually thinking of banning Space Insulator. Oh, crap. He goes Pot of Greed. I was thinking of banning this. I was like, if I ban this, then your Mathematician Send Dandy isn't as good anymore. But I realized, like, wait a minute, why the heck would I ban Space Insulator when I could just ban Dandy? It's not like I was using it even though I had it. Then goes Unicorn. I'm like, oh, this card. Shuffles back my set. Perform Age, Banish to get the Hat Tricker. Summon the Hat Tricker. Just punch and then punch. And then make the Unchained Abomination and set. And it's like, ah, crap. I draw and I'm like, okay, this floats and gets me a card. So if I live, I have a chance. Normal's Goblinberg, summon that. I can tell I'm not living because I don't have enough health to live, unfortunately. So we go to game 2. So in the first game I lost because I couldn't draw off Poly. Let's see how the second one goes. Normal. I made him go first. I'm like, I should be going second because I need the 6th card and my deck is all about like OTKing. So he goes that for the Hat Tricker. And just set to pass. I'm like, okay, heavy. No, but that's good too. So I normal summon Longinophilia. He gets impermed. I'm like, okay, well we open the Lizard, so it's fine. Go Lizard, get Poly. Then the Lizard effect. I'll just make this dark for no reason. And then I activated Poly in the imperm column because I forgot imperm happened and it wasn't glowing blue like Master Duel. So I have thrown this game. Like, I could have had a really big chance if not for that, but he's somewhat bricked, so he just specials that, links into Ausa, sets 1 and pass. I draw, I get nothing, so I just set Bibeless Pass. He goes Terrors of the Overroot. I think he had 3 of it by now, by the way. Set my card. I'm like, okay, fine. At least Bibeless triggers. I get a fusion spell. Go Battle Phase, punch over, just sets on the card. I'm like, okay, that's another Terrors, probably. So I go Bylist, or Buffalicula effect. We make Cat Dancer using the Crimson Fox and the Silverhound. Crimson Fox, so I have the targeting negation, and Silverhound, so eventually I get the Spell Trap negate. Silverhound, summon from deck, that set this to 0. Bottomless will banish my Cat Dancer, though. So it's like, well, I have Kaleido Chick, so we can at least play the game still. We go Kaleido, send Yellow Marten. Yellow Marten, bounce the Kaleido, because Kaleido sends her cost, even though she's negated. Or, she wasn't negated, but even if she is negated, you can do it for cost. Normal summon Kaleido again, send my fusion, so now I have a spell negate, or a spell trap negate. Rank into Redoer. Redoer can just punch over now. Ausa gets a Mathematician, which means I know that the Dandy's coming soon. But the good thing about Redoer is that Redoer detaches for effect, which means he can trigger both, or all of my cards. So I can use Redoer, attach Yellow Marten to get Masquerade. And then I go Masquerade, Masquerade, send Black Sheep, because I thought it triggered when I sent it to the graveyard. No, it has to be used for a Fusion Summon. So I'm like, I'm just throwing. So I instead use Longinophilia. Had I known that I would just dump the second Kaleido Chick to add back Poly. So I get Poly again, I hard Poly into a Perfume Dancer, just because it's a summon. That triggers this, which gets me back the Poly, and then pitches a card that triggers Havnus. So Havnus can shuffle back and make Chimera Rafflesia. And then this returns Masquerade to hand to keep it safe. And we just pass. I didn't want to use the Fusion from Grave, because if I use the Fusion from Grave, I can make the boss monster, but she would have only her targeting and card effect destruction protection. So as long as he can make something bigger than her, he wins. And I'm pretty sure at the time he had something that could be bigger than her. So there's another Tears before Redoer can do anything. I'm like, okay. Well, at least I can use Silverhound to negate, so Redoer gets to stay. Redoer activates, and we get Agnanimal Candle. I'm like, I'm glad I took out that combo piece. He goes Dark Hole. I'm like, yeah, okay. So Redoer ports out, the other ones get destroyed. Now here comes Dandy. Dandy, summon 2 tokens. Token for Space Insulator, just goes punch me, punch me. Then goes main 2 for Unicorn, get rid of my fusion spell. And then set 1 pass. I'm like, is this the third Tears of the Overroot? So we draw, it's heavy, we attach, we get that, which sucks for me. But we get to add Predaprime Fusion. It's just so bad. I just decided to heavy, and it was the third Tears of the Overroot. It's like, get this card out of here. So I poured out the Redoer, so the Redoer doesn't get sent. The Damage Juggler summons himself. Here's the Masquerade. Masquerade sends Silverhound. Silverhound get Crimson Fox. The Yellow Marten pack the Masquerade. Lunalight again. Poly for Cat Dancer. Crimson Fox set the Unicorn to 0. Masquerade get the card back. Discard the other one. Do it again. Make Panther Dancer. Kaleido Chick, so no more cards can be activated. And this is game on board. I'm just killing this first for the 3,000, and now I have 6k. On to game 3. I get my own Tears of the Overroot. Yeah, I didn't really want to ban it for the longest time when I kept losing, because it's like, well, I have one. So there's Buzzsaw into Lifeless Leaffish, into Redoer. And the hand, I just didn't have Poly. Once again, open Triantis. It's like, I mean, these are cool cards. I need to get Poly. He gets my Buffalicula, which would have been Poly. He negates Kaleido Chick, thinking that I was going to do something with her. I'm like, well, I could just do her effect because it's sensor cost. So at least now I have a spell trap negate. Redoer gets a trap, which really sucks for me. Second Buzzsaw just means he has another free rank 4. So before he can go for any line that gets him to like Hat Tricker, I'm like, I'll just give him back the stupid crown. Remember that for later. Take a K, end turn. Once again, can't get play. He gets Bibelist, which that's good for me. So the second I activate Tiger, he immediately puts it on top of the deck, which turned off Redoer for the rest of the turn. I'm like, oh, okay, well I have 2. He's like, yeah, see, that's good. So I use the Tiger. He goes Called by the Grave on my target, which is Kaleido Chick. I'm like, well, I have Silverhound Spell Trap negate. He had DD Crow in hand to still banish it anyways. So it's like, cool, it didn't even matter. Kaleido Chick triggers, but doesn't do anything. I can normal summon this yellow, or I can special Yellow Marten from hand, and then normal summon this, make Verte, and then Verte effect, send Poly to fuse the Verte and the Triantis. But the last card is the Forbidden Crown I gave him. I saw the writing on the wall and quit. Now, there were many cards that I wanted to ban at the time, but what I was really thinking was like, I'm tired of, like, even though I had 3 of it myself, I didn't really have a way to do anything with it that was good. So I ultimately decided to ban Buzzsaw Shark here, because as a 1-card rank 4, apparently I closed my photo of the ban list. As a 1-card rank 4, it was just giving him instant Redoer or instant Lavalval Chain. It's like, no, if you're making a rank 4, you're using 2 things from your hand. So unfortunately, that's just kind of how it ended. But no problem. On to the next one. I got more Lunalight cards from the next draft I did, but I decided I want to try something different. So here's where I unveiled the Ritual strategy. I did not think this deck would be that good, and trust me when I say I was surprised when it was as good as it was. Hopefully these next matches show you what I mean. At the time, I had Zodiac Barrage, triple Whiptail, and I have Dryden and Hammerkong, so I was just throwing this and like everything as a small package. We have the Spirits, which these are also Spirits, so they have synergy with that. Amano's a great. I'm playing Sumuha Kusanagi as a search target off Aratama because he does have some stuff that prevents special summoning and just requires a big guy, and this is a searchable big guy. Double pre-prep is great. Only one of the field spell, which kind of sucks, but what I really wanted was the continuous spell, which I think I didn't get until the final one. Like the final draft, which is very sad. And I thought I didn't have Stars Align, but apparently I did, so that made this deck way better than I thought. You might also see this, Pendulum Graph Dragon. He is just put him in the scale, end phase, he gets you a Ritual spell from deck or grave, especially from grave, that's really nice. And we have Borreload Riot Dragon as just another guy, because I can use Ashlan to reveal a Sheena Bird and get him. So that could be cool. He's just a summon negate that trades himself for a summon. I was playing Planet Pathfinder. I didn't realize I had Terraforming. If I did, I would have played that instead. On to the thing. I just learned I can pause my recording while I did this, so that's great news for me. It means I can fix mistakes I made. Case in point, now I can show the bans again. So yeah, so that, in this match that we just watched, I ended up banning Buzzsaw, and now we get to Chaos 18. For those that don't know, I play Sheena Bird a lot. When the Noah Kaiba event happened in Duel Links, I loved it. For those of you who haven't yet, please go look up the Noah Kaiba theme from Duel Links. It's like literally my favorite song from Duel Links. I think the only ones I like about as much is the Sherry Lawn theme from 5Ds, and then the world theme for Vrains. But the one for Noah Kaiba, it sounds to me like it was inspired by Firm Strength from the Legend of Heroes series, and that's like my favorite song there, so it's definitely worth a listen. But this hand's pretty okay. Pendulum Graph is going to get us the last copy of our Ritual spell, which is meh. But we can at least make a rank 4 with this. But I decided to just not. It's like, okay, kill me into the sun. I do heavy interlock because there are some ways I can get to it later. Opponent goes, sets 1, activates Gradle Impact, sets 2 more, Gradle Impact for Eagle, and I'm like, oh, I gotta start dealing with the Gradles now, that's bad. Draw for turn, we get Heavy, I'm like, that's the best card I could top deck right here. Heavy, but there's the Judgment, and it's like, man, I wish I got rid of these so bad. I decide to Pendulum Graph, and pass. He goes Oleanoid, so bye-bye Pendulum Graph, you'll be missed. But, I mean, I kind of have everything I need, I just need a monster. Normal summons the Eagle, swings, sets 1, searches an another Eagle, pass. Him not flipping this up tells me it's gotta be a Gradle. Get Pot of Greed, really nice. So I start smiling, and I got Whiptail and Manju, so it's like perfect. So Manju can unbrick me, and he was really excited when I did Manju. He's like, oh, okay. So from testing, even though it makes sense to tribute this Nikitama to draw, in testing it was always better to tribute the Manju on board, because I couldn't do anything with him usually. So I punched this, and I'm like, yep, it is. Because I was like, if I lose Manju, I'm fine with that. I just want to get rid of the Gradles. So I go main 2, calling, tribute the Nikitama now, which mandatory draw, and then I search the field spell, we draw, and we get another copy of herself. We activate field, tribute herself for the boy, tribute himself, grab the final copy of Calling, and the Baroness Peacock. Now had I known his back row was nothing, I would have just done this first, because then I could have used Baroness to get a mono, and a mono turns these off. So, Baroness effect, non-targeting, shuffle away the back row. He uses Crackdown to take it, but the way this works, it doesn't negate her. That's why I don't like to play it anymore. I think I had 3 of it by the end, but like, the fact that it only prevents activations but doesn't negate a current activation made it too bad, in my opinion. At least for my purposes. He gets Oleanoids, so he gets another body on board. She gets taken, but the moment they get shuffled away, I get to summon, and then she comes back. So now Amano is here to stay forever, and there's no more monster effects except for spirits. So I do this to tribute out the Manju to get another copy of the girl, so that in end phase this triggers twice. Girl comes to hand, then field spell gets back one of the rituals, and then Lady comes to hand, gets 2 tokens, and we set the trap card. I'm in a very good situation now. So now I go this, reveal Lady, grab Baron, and then both boy and girl come back. He goes Dark Hole, blows up my board. I'm like, thank God that I have stuff in hand, and that Colin can banish from grave. He goes set 1. I decide end phase, we're gonna do it. We're gonna banish boy and girl, because they'll come back. Baron, bring out that, summon girl from hand. Both will trigger, and which triggers this to get back ritual spell. Triggers that, get the tokens, and then use this to get back ritual spell. You draw into Borreload, which I could have used, funnily enough. Boy and girl come back, and this is lethal on board. So, rocky start with the opener, but we did end up taking the game. On to the next one. He's going first once again. Since I didn't really play side decks, I never really side decked out my traps, but like I should have. And here's where if I had terraforming instead of this, it'd be great, because I could just terraform for field spell right now, and then I have full combo. So we start smiling. I should have heavy storm first. I don't know why I didn't. Oh wait, I remember, because I was gonna go for Baroness. So we go normal summon Aratama, effect grab Sakitama, and then calling. He calls ritual off dim barrier. I'm like, that sucks, but it's okay. I'll set 2 and pass. He flips up Dupe Frog and makes totally awesome. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a card I gotta get rid of soon. So you go Crackdown, he tributes the Toad, and takes the Crackdown, and then puts the Toad back, but now all he has is a Crackdown, I know. I go normal Aratama, grab Sumuha Kusanagi, and then I Sakitama, normal summon Nigitama. Nigitama gives me the extra normal, so I tribute over Nigitama for the mandatory effect to chain block the Sumuha in case he had something that in hand, like a Gamma or something. He goes to take, and I'm like, okay. So he takes, I draw into a Mono Iwado, and now he's got a 3,000 attack Idiot, but that's fine, because I have heavy. I blow up the back rows. It's like, yeah, I don't need my terrors, I don't want to give you any of this stuff back. Gets Sumuha back to my field, and we just punch. Again, had this just been terraforming like it should have been, if I realized I had it, then I would have just already won by now. Go into Ashlan. Ashlan can reveal the Baron to get Pendulum Graph, and Pendulum Graph gets me to the Ritual Spell, which means next turn he is dead, because I even have a Mono Iwado Monster Protection. The effect of Sumuha is a mandatory effect that activates, and it resolves in end phase regardless of where he went. So all cards that were on field, grave, or banished have been put back into the deck, which includes all of my power spells, like Heavy and, what's it called? Pot of Greed. He passes on nothing, and I show off that, yes, I'm now playing the Trident. Sakitama gets me the Aratama, which gets me the Baron. And if I Ritual the Baron, I can use Sakitama to get back the Baroness, or the Aratama, and that's exact lethal. So, from that match, we had a long discussion of what kills the deck, and I was thinking that, yeah, if you kill the Ritual spell, especially since I don't have Power Spot, the deck is much worse. And to be fair, I was completely right. Without the Ritual spell, the deck is so bad, because the trap card's unsearchable, so you never play it anymore. And Shinobird as a combo already usually uses 2 of the 3 Shinobird calling, just setting up the combo. So if I can't have a way to recycle those and get them back into my hand, it's not as good. So we ended up banning the field spell. On to the next one, Chaos Ref 19. This is where I was testing out another deck. I just wanted to keep... Part of me was kind of testing out new decks because I didn't want to use any deck I thought was too good yet. Because there were some cards that I wanted to ban from him to let other decks be able to play. Namely, Nightmare Unicorn. Spoiler, I'm going to lose this one because this deck sucks. But I really wanted Nightmare Unicorn gone because it hoses my flip strat. At least with Unchained Abomination, I now have a copy, but also it blows up stuff instead of shuffling it back, which at least if it gets blown up, that means my flips are going to grave, which some of them do stuff there anyways. So this deck is just Cyber Slop. It's so bad. Trying to build Adagnister is so difficult because every Adagnister monster that is good is high rarity. The only way that this thing could have been good would be if I got any of the Adagnister Revival cards, and then I also needed the Adagnister Infant. At least one, but maybe 2. That would open up a combo to get me into the 6-mat Arrival Cyberse Adagnister, but it just never really happened. I'm supplementing my Cyber Slop with Crusadia, but my Crusadia didn't really have a payoff. It was like Magius for Spatha effect to move, and then I can make Boral Sword or Unchained Abomination. I was thinking about doing the Codebreaker stuff to make Goki the Powerload Ogre, but the problem with that is I can only do it if I open 2 Cyberses or the equivalent of 2 Cyberses that don't Cybers lock me, so I can make Witch just so I have the arrows. So let's see how these matches went. Apologies if I'm like really nasally. I've been like oddly nasally for a bit, and it sucks. So we're going second, or actually first. We go Chi-Chi, but Imperm hits us. It's like, well, that ends the turn immediately. So I just set my copy of Terrors and pass. I'm like, I'm not dealing with an extra deck rip. You can have Imperm back. I'll deal with it later. Sets 1, activates Gradle Impact, passes, gets another Gradle Impact. It's like, okay, I gotta play through an Imperm. Imichu's a good start, so I start off with it, get Light Dragon, then link off from Lingaribo so I can negate the Imperm, go for Bakari, grab Island, and then go Battle Phase, eat a Gradle, he takes my Trap Negator, and I'm fine with that, so it's like there's no point in making anything else, so I just pass. Take 2300 because of my own card, he summons 2 tokens, makes Ausa, makes Unchained Abomination, punch, blow up, and I'm like, okay, any Crusadia name gets me out of this situation. Because I have Draco already, I just need the ability to make Magius and I'm fine. Gradle Impact, whatever. All he has to interrupt me is Imperm. I draw the 3rd Drago. I'm like, great, just literally perfect. Like, because he always Imperms the Magius. If I just had a different Crusadia, I had a shot. Because now I do this, and I give him the monster just so I can punch over his. But there's just nothing else I can do. So, we lose game 1, and game 2 doesn't seem like it's going to go much better. So I go Crusadia Arborea for Maximus. This, make Maximus get Draco. This for Spatha. That, get resource back and move it out of the way. Arborea again, and then make that. Then Maximus, go Hyari. Then use this guy to use the arrows to make the Codebreaker stuff, but I screw it over, because I summon that there, and that screws me because I was supposed to wait to do this until the final action, because now I can do this, and had I not done this until the final actions I did, then I could have turned him into the Unchained Abomination. So I would have Unchained Abomination plus Codebreaker Virus Swordsman plus like a Goki the Powerload Ogre, Instead, I just kind of have to end on this. So just imagine for a moment if this was Unchained Abomination, Goku the Power Load Ogre, and Codebreaker Virus Swordsman, and then because I have Unchained Abomination, if Virus Swordsman gets punched over, Abomination gets the trigger, so that's good. So he goes swap, send flip-flop, Gradle, set 3. Like, well, I have a trap card. And I could have tributed Goku the Power Load Ogre and blown up all the back row, and then just gone normal summon Firewall Guardian, make the Link one in this zone, Guardian effect to revive, this effect to revive the Hayari, and then if I had to use a trap card at some point, I can get Lingeribo back, and then go into the A-Bomb now, or go into Boral Sword, and maybe I can go for lethal. But instead, I just decide to punch immediately, or I decide to normal summon this, make the Link one, and then punch. He takes my monster, I go for Lingerivo, and he Solemns me. It's like, oh great, I'm losing to a Solemn again. So he takes my big guy, I have to punch over it, has Unchained Abomination, or Abominable Unchained Soul, uses the effect, pops my monster, now he's bigger than me, so all I have left is Towers in a Dream. I have Terrors at least, so I can send something. Goes swap, so I decide to do Terrors to get rid of his big guy, and then set his Ronin so he can't make the Toad. And of course, the second Solemn is what does me in, and so I lose. And he expected me to ban a Solemn or to ban the Ronin Toadin, but I decided, no, I actually want to ban Nightmare Unicorn, because I was getting tired of him just making that on his way to other stuff and shuffling away my resources. So that card is gone. Next, we get to Chaos 20. This is where I tried a Pendulum deck, and the last time I tried a Pendulum deck, because this thing sucks. I had 3 monkey board. Spoiler alert, I don't open a single one. I don't even know how it's possible. It just pissed me off. Deck's not good. Its main idea is sometimes I can get to exceed the Pendulum and then make the towers. I don't have the trap card at the time. So, let's see how that one goes. Open the hand, of course we get the brick. But it's like, okay, well I have Lizard Draw on this, so maybe I can do something. Draw into the Ritual Spell. It's like, ah, great. So I was playing the Ritual Spell because Pendulum Graph has to be Ritual Summoned or Pendulum Summoned from the hand. And while it's on field, it's a Spell Negate. And then it puts itself mandatorily in the pen zone. So I was like, oh, okay. And then the only way I can get it out of the pen zone is by having a ritual target. So I can just play Odd Eyes Advent and then get it in my hand, and then every subsequent time I can actually just ritual summon it. And assuming I'm using, Odd Eyes, because I have 2 of them, I can actually just send the Odd Eyes from my extra deck to the grave, but it doesn't really matter. So it's like, cool, normal summon this pass, he goes Unizombie, send Wandering Titan of Tartarus. I have a similar thing, but instead of using Unizombie, I have triple of the zombie field spell that sends a zombie. So he gets rid of my scales, punches over, sets 2 pass, draw into another scale, we scale it, I draw into another scale, we scale it, and now, because of, I guess, of how Omega works, for some reason, this is the one I had to click to Pendulum Summon, because the only thing I can do with this one, it didn't let me Pen Summon. It forced me to activate the effect to do the reduce the opponent's attack by half. Even had it not, it's not like I'm in a good situation, because I have a scale 2, scale 8, so I Pendulum Summon Lizard Draw, and then this Whim Witch from my hand, and that is like nothing. Like I can make like Nightmare Cerberus pitch this, and then this outs it immediately anyways. So this Brilliant Fusion, I'm like, oh god, now he sends the Damage Juggler for the Hat Tricker, or the Trick Clown, makes this Infernal Banshee. I'm like, okay, I see the writing on the wall. to the next one. I'm like, okay, this hand's pretty fine. We'll pitch that. Grab Harmonizing in the Dragon Pit. I'm like, okay, this one's gonna have something. I'll have Crackdown, and I'll get to make a Synchro 8 or a Rank 4, or I actually have a Synchro 11 I can make, courtesy of Dragon Caller and Dharma Eye, and this is a tribute, pay a little bit of life tribute, and then board wipe one either spell, traps, or monsters. I'm like, yeah, this could be good. And then I go to Pen Summon, and it forces me to do the effect again instead of Pen Summon. It's like, cool, man, I just lose. So it's like, great. So I was gonna have interaction on my opponent's turn, but now I just don't get to. So he just makes Mathematician passes, or sets 3 back row pass. Like, had I seen that, I'd been like, oh, cool, I can just Duration Tribute, goodbye all your back row. So then I draw into this, I'm like, okay, cool, maybe I can try it. Lost Wind was one of them, and I just concede. And I decide, okay, cool, we're banning Terrors because you have 3 of it, and I know. And I asked him, and he said one of those was Terrors. I'm like, yeah, I knew it. So, on to Draft 21, the final one for this video. This is my Glad Beast deck. It's bad. It's real bad. Some things I hate about it. Vespacious only triggers... Oh, whoops. Vespacious only triggers when your Glad Beast battles a monster. Why it doesn't trigger when your Glad Beast battles? Beyond me. I think that would have been fine. But the idea with this deck was I have Domitianus and then Gazeris and Claudius, so the idea is just play Glad Beast, essentially. This let me use my 2 Raigeki because it would clear boards and I could use Glad Beast effects. But, Glad Beast kind of sucks. And I didn't have any of the new support, and even if I did, like the Field Spell or Gestalt, it wouldn't really matter. Because it would be like, make Boral Sword or Unchained Abomination pass. Because it's like, oh, well, the Field Spell is a good card. He's got Nightmare Phoenix. He just links any 2 things to pop it, and now I lose. So, this one was probably never going to win anyways. And it didn't. I'll tell you that right now, it did not. On to Chaos Draft 21. So I made him go first, and he was playing his own pen strategy. I'm like, oh, okay. Makes the Redoer, passes. And I'm like, oh, and then I top deck this, and I'm like, oh, I really wish I wasn't playing this anymore. Gets my Glad Beast monster, I'm like, that's fine. So I heavy to get rid of the scales, that triggers his thing, I'm like, okay. Go this for Laquari. Here's where I mess up. I just grabbed Laquari because he's the biggest guy, but this says, summon a Glad Beast monster from hand or grave with a different type of the monsters you control. Beast Warrior. Beast Warrior. I'm like, okay, I'll just pop him, and then summon this and use a spell. Beast Warrior. I'm like, okay, guess I lose. So I just make Dryden and quit. He just changed the Heart's Dryden. I force the Redoer out. The thing gets him Trick Clown. Fossil Digs for File Opalhead. Trick Clown, link into IP, Trick Clown come back. Link into Trisbana. Punch. Make this. I'm like, okay, well, that sucks, because now I can't, summon a Zudi, or I have Ram Ram in deck, so I can do Ram Ram and then do Gladiator Beast comeback, and I can do it. He gets my trap card, I'm like, ah, that really sucks. So I do this, get the Ram Ram, and I'm like, I can't do it. So I normal summon this, I make my own Redoer, and I just force us to crash. So I'm like, okay, he can't kill me here, it's fine. Normal summons Black Fang, activate Star Pendulum Graph, links into Unchained Abomination, Pendulum Graph, grab him the other scale he's missing, and Unchained Abom has 3 downward pointing arrows. I am literally dead. On to 21 Part 2. So I'm like, okay, let's try things again. I'm making him go second, or I'm making myself go second. Fossil Dig for the Opalhead, Dharma or Odd Eyes, the poison one, Opalhead, Envy. And then make a Redoer pass. I'm like, okay, well I have Raigeki, and then, so I was like, okay, so I've got Raigeki, that's good. And I've got Vespacious, so I can Raigeki the board. Vespacious, it's big damage. Sucks I drew into Augustus, which is hard Garnet. I have no way of getting it out of my hand besides a spell card. Redoer takes my other Raigeki. I'm like, cool, he gets to pour out and draw. I'm like, okay, we'll go for Samnite. We'll punch away, and we can make Gyzarus and end phase. I do no damage. I'm like, that's fine. I'm still gonna get to use Vespacious. And then I can't trigger it. I'm like, cool. So now I can't Gyzarus pop the scales. Fun. So I'm like, okay, well, I can make Bestiari and pop one of them. So I pop the Opal Head. Redoer comes back, he draws. Redoer gets another spell. I'm like, I needed that one. Gets the Trick Clown off the Damage Juggler. Draws another card. Normals Black Fang. Pops Iris to make Black Fang do double. Get the Pendulum Graph. Go battle phase. And I was like, well, I can do Vespacious now. But I realized, if I do Vespacious now, Black Fang will die. Because this happens in damage steps, so when Redeclare does not happen. Black Fang dies, Black Fang triggers, Black Fang revives Purple Poison then crashes into Bestiari, blows up the Vespacious, and then Redoer kills the Bestiari. Which means his board is just Redoer, but now I don't have a Vespacious in hand. Now you go Star Pendulum Graph, set 1 pass, and I know the last card is the Clown. He gets another spell. I'm like, cool. Forbidden Crown was the final card. It's like, alright, so just anything I do wasn't working in this game, it seems. I'm like, okay, maybe I can just do the play now. It's whatever. He gets another spell. I'm like, that's the card I need to unbrick me. Thanks. Skullcrobat Joker grabs Harmonizing, links those away for Beyond the Pendulum because he has that. Makes that. Gets the poison again. Scale. Pen summon. Summon from deck. Supreme King Dragon, blow up. Omega. I'm dead. And so with that, I banned Darkhole. This was all setting up for a return of the flip deck, and also a return of the fusion deck, as the flip deck lost pretty hard to board wipes since I didn't play Shaddoll in it anymore. Or I did, but it just wasn't as big as a package anymore. And the fusion deck, the only card with card effect destruction protection, was the second fusion and the third fusion of the Lunalight, and my ideal end board was usually like Predaplant Dragostapelia with a Chimera of Lesia for follow-up, and that does nothing against the Darkhole, and he had 2. Or I think he actually had 3. So, yeah. Next time, we'll be covering what I am calling the Mitsurugi Saga, because it was 4 continuous matches of me playing Mitsurugi, with the first match being the worst iteration of it, and the following 3 matches being a near-constructed version of Mitsurugi that couldn't win, for some freaking reason. I'll see you then. Peace.